kind of extraordinary. So, what case am I calling first?
It doesn't matter. They're all right.
So let me put Taylor Coleman's case. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Wagner, Judge Michael Wagner. I'll be presiding over your matters. I know you already talked to counsel and you understand procedurally how we're going to call these cases. I'm going to call each one of your cases, and I'm going to ask you to unmute your microphone and state your full name. If your microphone or your camera is not on, I'm going to need you to turn your camera on. All right. My first case is Joyce Moss. Joyce Moss, unmute your microphone, please.
All right.
State your full name, please.
Joyce Moss.
All right, Ms. Moss. I have two charges for you. One is ticket number P14155544, the People versus Joyce, Joyce Moss, Moss. On this ticket number, you have one count, and it is a misdemeanor charge, leaving the scene of an accident with property damage. Ms. Moss, you also have ticket number P1416023, no proof of insurance. Counsel, how are we going to proceed on this matter?
And good morning, Judge. May it please the court, Janeki Nance, P68686, appearing on behalf of Ms. Moss. Ms. Moss and I've had an opportunity to speak about her matters. It is my understanding that Ms. Moss would like to tender a plea. There's a recommendation that if she tenders a plea on the ticket ending in 5544, the ticket ending in 0231 will be dismissed. Ms. Moss, is that what you want to accept?
Yes.
Ms. Moss, please raise your right hand and state your full name again.
My name is Joyce Moss.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
I do.
You may lower your hand. Ms. Moss, I know you had an opportunity to speak with counsel,
Yes.
but I do have a few questions to ask of you. Do you understand, and you may have gone over this with counsel as well. I just want to put it on the record. You understand that you have an absolute right, a constitutional right to go to trial. If you went to trial, the people, the prosecution would have to put on evidence. That evidence would have to rise to a level of proof beyond a reasonable doubt before a judge or a jury could find you guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand by pleading guilty, you give your right up to have a trial.
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty, Ms. Moss?
Yes.
And the reason I ask that question, ma'am, is sometimes people come in and they say, well, I want to plead guilty just to get this over with. I'm not guilty, but I just want to get this behind me. And I have to know that you are pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty. You are, is that correct? Okay. Ms. Moss, on ticket number P1415544 on the date of December 31st, 2022, were you involved in a vehicle accident, ma'am?
Yes.
Did you wait for the police or did you leave the scene, ma'am?
No, I left the scene.
When you left the scene?
Yes, I left the scene because the person was very, upset and mad, and I wasn't sure if my life was at risk or not.
Okay. All right, Ms. Moss, did you, since you were afraid to stay there, did you go to a police station or call the police or anything?
No, when I went, as I was leaving, it was a Highland Park police. And so he pulled me over because my car was tore up in the front. I explained to him that I had an accident. So he called the Detroit police.
Okay. So you had contact with the police, but you were leaving and you weren't going to a police station at that time to report the accident.
Right.
Okay. All right, ma'am. The court, counsel, you
I'm
want to say
satisfied,
something?
Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, ma'am. The other count, ticket number P1416023, the no proof of insurance, that happened at the same time of the accident, or when the officer did talk to you, you did not have proof of insurance. That matter is being dismissed. They're leaving the scene of a property accident. I have to find you guilty of that, ma'am. Your fine is $225, $225.
Okay.
Do you need time? Can you pay that right away, ma'am, or do you need time?
No, I need time.
Much time do you need?
Maybe about 30 days.
Maybe about 30 days. Let me check something. Oh, here it is, the list of days for today's day. 30 days, ma'am, will be July the 7th, but why don't I give you 60 days just to make sure, you know, you
Okay.
have time to pay it.
All right.
60 days would be August the 7th, August the 7th. And that doesn't mean wait till August the 7th, ma'am. That means you can pay on or before. So if you want to break it into increments, $10 here, $20 there, however you do it, as long as on August the 7th, the entire $225 is paid.
All right.
Do you know how and where to pay, Ms. Moss?
No.
Okay. All right. There's a few ways you can pay it, ma'am. One, you could go on the 36th District Court website. You could pay it on the computer.
Okay.
Two, have you seen the kiosks that's located around the city, ma'am? They're called DivDat, DIVDAT, where people pay their public utility bills.
Yes.
All right. You could pay at any DivDat kiosk.
Okay.
You can write a check and send it in, or you could come into the courthouse during normal business hours, normal court hours, and pay at a cashier's window.
Okay.
But the kiosk is very convenient. They're all over the city. So,
All right. Thank you so much.
all right, ma'am, let me give you a case number just in case. I mean, this just to make it easier for you. The case
Okay.
number that you just pled to, do you have a pencil or a pen or something you can write with?
One moment, please. Give me the pen. Ready? Okay, I'm ready.
It's P as in Paul.
P as in
1 4,
Paul.
yes, 1 4 1 5 5 4 4 1.
Okay.
All right.
Could
That's
you
it.
repeat that one? Could you repeat that again, please?
P 1 4 1 5 5 4 4.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're all set, ma'am. You can sign off. Good luck to you. Stay safe.
All right. Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Who's that one aside? Okay.
Judge, do you mind if we call Cinnamon McBride's case next? Because she has a job interview at 10 o'clock.
It's not a problem, counsel.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know that. Ms. McBride, unmute your microphone. State your full name, please.
Cinnamon McBride.
All right, Ms. McBride, you have ticket number P 1451806. Ms. McBride, you have 3 charges. They are all misdemeanors, 3 counts under this same ticket number. Allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a motor vehicle, driving unregistered motor vehicle, and no insurance. It's my understanding that you have provided documents and you are you have your vehicle is registered and it is insured. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. As far as the allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a motor vehicle, it's my understanding that you did not allow that person drove your vehicle, but you did not give them permission to do so. Is that correct?
Correct.
As a result, the prosecution has looked at this and they've decided to dismiss each one of these matters, ma'am, for valid documentation, and you're not allowing a person to drive. So they are dismissed. You are all set. You can sign off. Good luck to you. Stay safe.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Council, is there anything else that we should prioritize for?
Judge, the rest are we can go ahead and do the trial. That one's a no PO. That's Darrell Mason. We have a few dismissals.
Okay, we'll do that one. Mr. Darrell Mason, unmute your microphone, state your full name. Mr. Darrell Mason, unmute. Touch the microphone on your screen.
Darrell Mason, sorry about that, Your Honor. Good morning.
Thank you, not a problem, sir. Mr. Mason, you have ticket number U637-54722. The People versus Durrell, DURRELL Mason, MASON. Excuse me, sir. Mr. Mason, you're charged with possession of, I'm trying to read the officer's writing here, possession of drugs. And I'll read all of it, but possession of drugs. It is so, okay, that's just a narrative. Subject was in possession of crack cocaine. All right, stated he paid $20 for the drugs. All right. All right, so you are charged with possession of cocaine, sir. And the people have made an offer that if you were to plea today, they would give you a delayed sentence, a 6-month delayed sentence. That simply means, sir, that if you pled today, you would receive a fine. That fine would be $225. And you would be, in 6 months, if you did not pick up any other cases and the fine was paid, this matter would be dismissed and it would not be on your record. Is that what you understand, Mr. Mason?
Judge, it may very well be. However, the day is the date and time set for trial. The officer has not appeared. Therefore, we move to dismiss without prejudice.
Okay. Let's see. Thank you, counsel. It looks like there is an officer, Officer Moore. Looks like the first initial might be T. Badge number 3235 with the officer with the city of Detroit. That officer was scheduled to be here today. Your matter for trial was scheduled for 9 a.m. It is now 9:57. It is normally this court's position that I give everyone 1 hour to come. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss this case conditionally, and we're going to wait for 3 minutes. Or you won't have to stick around. In 3 minutes or 2 minutes now, it will be 10 o'clock, and it will be officially dismissed if that officer doesn't walk in the next 2 minutes. So you just hang out, sir, and we'll let you know in 2 minutes. But I'm not going to recall the case. I'm just going to indicate for the record at 10 a.m. that this matter is officially dismissed for lack of appearance by the officer. So just hold on, sir, and we'll release you at that time. But I'm not going to go through all the facts again. So
Thank you, Your Honor.
somebody coming in right now, so that's who it is.
The individual that just came into the meeting room and the last four digits of your phone number is 8707. What is your name?
Wanda Montgomery.
Said the first name is what?
Wanda. Let me see who on the docket.
What was the first name again?
Wanda Montgomery. I
Ms.
missed my
Montgomery?
appointment.
Yeah, you were scheduled for yesterday. I actually, no,
Oh.
I'm sorry. You were scheduled for Monday.
The 5th.
Yes.
Yes, I missed it. I
Okay, well,
had no
just hold tight.
transportation.
Hold on. Just hold tight for a second and we'll see what we can do for you, okay? Just give us a few minutes because we're actually in session right now, okay?
Okay.
Right. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm just finished writing and writing.
Ms. Montgomery, I need you to keep your device muted by hitting *6 for me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Just stay muted. We're gonna take care of your cases. Just hold on tight.
Okay.
Oh. All right, Mr. Mason, it is now 10 a.m. Your matter is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Counsel. Have a great day.
You're welcome, sir.
Gary McDaniel, unmute your microphone, state your full name, please. Unmute your microphone, Mr. McDaniel.
Gary McDaniel.
Yes, Mr. McDaniel. Mr. McDaniel, you have ticket number P1417624, the People versus Gary, Gary McDaniel, McDaniel. Mr. McDaniel, you have two charges under this ticket number. First one, count one, driving 11 to 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. Count two is a misdemeanor for no insurance. The people have indicated that they will not reduce the speed limit of the speeding ticket. They will dismiss count two, the no insurance. The speeding ticket they will not dismiss because they indicated that you received a ticket on 10/23/2022 where you were driving 101 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. Because of a history of speeding, which is a great danger to people in the community, they're not going to reduce the speeding ticket. They will dismiss the no insurance ticket. Do you want to take advantage of that today, or do you want to set this for a formal hearing? This is not the day and time for a formal hearing, is it?
It is
Today,
not.
okay, thank you. That's the offer, Mr. McDaniel. I know you had an opportunity to speak with counsel. Have you made a decision as to how you want to proceed today?
Yes.
Yes. What is that, sir?
It's my understanding he'd like to tender a plea of responsible and accept the recommendation.
Very well, thank you very much. Mr. McDaniel, I need you to raise your right hand and state your full name.
Gary McDaniel.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, sir. Mr. McDaniel, there's a difference between a civil infraction and a misdemeanor. They're dismissing the misdemeanor, you're pleading to the civil infraction. You understand, sir, you don't have to plead to anything. You can, civil infraction, you can have a formal hearing. They're not called trials. It looks like a trial. It's conducted like a trial, but it's not a trial because trials only apply to criminal cases. Civil infractions, you have a formal hearing and it's conducted in the same fashion. You don't have to plead responsible. You can demand to have a formal hearing and take this to what looks like a trial. The standard of proof is different. It's preponderance of the evidence for a civil infraction as opposed to proof beyond a reasonable doubt for a criminal case. But you still can take advantage of challenging this if you choose to do so. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
And it's your decision to plead responsible and not to challenge this matter in a courtroom, sir?
Yes.
All right, Mr. McDaniel, are you pleading responsible because you are in fact responsible?
Yes, sir.
Mr. McDaniel, on the date of December 27, 2022, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit, more specifically in the area of Myers and Chicago, the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you driving, were you stopped by a police officer or a trooper?
Yes, it was a trooper.
Actually, it says B. Nelson, who's Detroit Police Department. But in the event you were stopped by a law enforcement officer, correct?
Yeah, yes,
And were you driving at least 11 miles per hour over the speed limit?
yes,
Satisfied, Judge.
Court finds you responsible for this matter, sir. You're fined for driving 11 to 15 miles per hour over the speed limit will be, let's see, 11 to 15 miles per hour over the speed limit, sir, is $150. You've heard me give people time to pay. Those were criminal matters. I cannot give you more than 14 days for a civil infraction. Civil infractions must be resolved within 14 days. If it goes past that, it automatically goes into a default status. You understand that?
yes.
So that amount of money that I already told you, sir, has to be paid within 14 days. I've told others how to pay. Did you hear that, or do you need me to tell you the different ways you can pay?
No, I heard you. I got it. I'm gonna pay it.
Okay. All right. Then 14 days, sir, you have to pay that amount of $150. Good luck to you, sir. The
Okay.
other matter is dismissed.
All right. Thank you.
Sign off. Excuse me one second. I'm going to mute the microphone for a moment. Ms. Mason, I've got to come back to you. There's one thing I have to check on your ticket. So,
Okay.
Hello?
Ms. Montgomery, I didn't call your name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mute your microphone, Ms. Montgomery. Press *6. So,
What did you talk about?
um,
Keisha Mason?
yeah. All right, Miss Faith Miller. Faith Miller, unmute your microphone. State your full name, please. You muted, ma'am. You gotta unmute. Miss Miller, you just muted.
Yes,
There you go.
Faith Miller.
Okay. Turn your camera on, please.
All right. Turn it on. 1 second. Oh man.
It should look like an old school camera on your
Got it.
all right, thank you. Ms. Miller, you have ticket number X4146457. People versus Faith, Faith Miller, Miller. Ms. Miller, you have 2 counts. Both, no, the first one is a misdemeanor for no ops on person. The people are going to dismiss that charge. Your second charge is follow too closely, which they are not dismissing that. And they're saying you'll have to plead to that because that resulted in you rear-ending another car. That's what the ticket says anyway. So they're not going to dismiss that. So the only thing left for you to resolve this is either to have a trial and formal hearing or to accept the offer where no ops is being dismissed, and following too closely, you would have to plead to that. I'm sure you talked to counsel. I don't know what your decision is on that. Ms. Nance, I see you're talking. Okay,
Yes, I was muted. I'm sorry. I was advised that the following too close would be amended to impeding traffic.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well, that's what she said. She said that over the phone. See, I don't have anything written in front of me, so I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay. To impeding traffic. All right. All right, ma'am. Impeding traffic is a ticket that is a no point ticket. And yeah, there's no points with the following too close, 2 points, but that is a 0 point ticket. And you want to take advantage of that offer, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Miller, please raise your right hand and state your full name.
Faith Miller.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
I do.
You may lower your hand. Ms. Miller, you understand that you have a constitutional, well, you don't have a constitutional right for that charge because that is a civil infraction. You understand you do have a right to challenge any witnesses or any evidence that would be presented against you in a formal hearing. You understand that?
Yes.
Are you pleading responsible today, ma'am, because you are responsible?
Yes.
On the date of December 17th of 2022, were you driving a motor vehicle in the area of M39 and Joy Road, City of Detroit?
Yes.
Did you rear end a vehicle, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And that's why you were charged with following too closely, but the people have said they would amend that and reduce it to impeding traffic. The following too closely would have carried 2 points on your driving record. The impeding traffic carries 0 points. You will have to pay a fine, ma'am, of $125. Let's see, let me double check the fine on that. Oh, I apologize, ma'am. That's $175. And that is a civil infraction. So as you may have heard me saying earlier, civil infractions, I have no authority to give you any more time than what the state requires you do. The state requires you pay all civil infractions within 14 days. So that's $175. I'm sorry if that's a hardship, but it's nothing I can do about it.
Okay. What happened if I like if I needed more time to pay it after the 14 days? What happens?
Well, it will. The system would put it into a default status, ma'am.
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
It means it will just hold you accountable for it. If there's any, they may suspend your license. It could be a number of things that can happen if you default. So.
Okay.
So, I know you have a valid license now. So, and unfortunately, if I could give you more time, but the law only allows me to give more time for misdemeanor charges, not for civil infractions. So all I can say is do the best you can, man.
Okay.
You're all set. You can sign off. Good luck to you.
All right.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes, counsel.
Would you like me to go and speak with Ms. Montgomery while we're waiting?
Let me call Keisha Mason first.
Okay, thank you. And then we also have Mr. Mayha. He's a dismissal.
All right, well, we'll do that too, and then you can talk to Ms. Montgomery.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Keisha Mason, Unmute your microphone, state your full name, please.
Taisha Mason.
Did you say Kaisha?
Yes.
Oh, that's a little different pronunciation of the same spelling. You're
Yes.
special, huh? Okay, Miss Kaisha. I have for you 3 charges. This is ticket number SP 14143382. The People versus Kaisha, Kiesha Mason. I always like to pronounce people's name correctly. So, Ms. Mason, on this ticket, you charged with fail to display a valid operator's license or a license not on person. You also have ticket number P1414336. You have 2 misdemeanors, drive while license suspended and no insurance. And lastly, ma'am, you have SP 1414338 disregarding a traffic control device. The people have made an offer. The city has indicated that for their charge of, let's see, 361, driving while license suspended, they would reduce that to fail to display, the lowest license charge there is. That's a charge that would suggest you had a driver's license, even if it's a legal fiction, you didn't have one, it's a reduction. To fail to display. The city's other 2 charges of P1414336 count 2, no insurance, that would be dismissed. The city's other charge of, let's see, SP 1414338 of fail to display a valid operator's license, that will be dismissed. And the state charge of disregarding a traffic control device, which is a 3-point ticket. That would be amended and reduced to impeding or blockading traffic, which is a 0-point ticket. Council, I don't think you knew that before, so I don't know if you want to talk to Ms. Mason.
Ms. Mason, do you understand that we talked about the traffic control device when it would be reduced to an impeding, which is 0 points?
Yes.
Did you want to?
It actually becomes a non-moving violation, so.
Yes, I will take that.
Okay, Judge, she's ready to proceed.
All right. All right, Ms. Mason, I need you to raise your right hand, state your full name, please.
Taisha Mason.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I've seen too many people smile when they say they're pleading guilty or something, so they just thankful for this deal, huh?
Yes, I am.
All right. All right, ma'am. All right, let's see. On ticket number P1414336. You know what, ma'am? Let me do back up just a little bit. You understand that you have a constitutional right to not, let's see, I think you're pleading to one's a one's a misdemeanor, one's a civil infraction. You understand you have a constitutional right to demand a trial for any criminal case or a misdemeanor or a felony. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
But and at that point, the people would have to produce evidence that would convince a judge or a jury beyond a reasonable doubt that you would be guilty of that before a verdict could come down of guilty. You understand that?
Yes.
By pleading guilty, you just accept that. And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty, ma'am?
Yes.
With regard to the civil infractions are not criminal cases, so you don't have trials. You have what is referred to as a formal hearing. It looks like a trial, is conducted like a trial, but the burden is different. The people don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. They have to prove to the standard of preponderance of the evidence. What does that mean? Something a little more convincing that it happened than not. So some people look at it like you go right in the middle at 50% and go a little bit past that, if that's what they proved, then that would be sufficient to preponderance of the evidence. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right, but if you plead responsible, you give that right up too as well. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. And this is what you want to do today because you are both guilty and responsible for the respective charges.
Yes.
All right, ma'am. On ticket number P1414336, on the date of December 17, 2022, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit, more specifically in the area of 7 Mile and Fenelon?
Yes, I was.
And at that time, did you have a valid license?
No, I did not.
Court finds you guilty of the amended reduced charge of fail to display a license. With respect to ticket number SP1414338, let's see, where were we? Is that on the same? That's the same date. Same date and time, I believe. Let's see, 12/17/2022 at 5:40. Yes, same date and time, ma'am. When you got the ticket for not having a valid license, did you disregard or go through a traffic control device?
Yes.
All right. The court will find you responsible for the amended charge of impeding traffic on that matter. For the impeding traffic ticket, ma'am, that will be $175. That is a 0-point ticket. The problem with this, ma'am, is I can give you time on the other ticket to pay. The other ticket's gonna be $225. I can push that out months, but the impeding traffic has to be paid within 14 days.
Okay. So just to confirm, I have to pay the 175 within 14 days, but I have time to pay the 225.
I can tell me what you need for the 225. That's the misdemeanor charge.
Okay, so at the moment, okay, I could pay the 175, but I am laid off work. So could I get like a little time to pay the rest?
Just tell me what you need.
I'll say 40 days.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, ma'am. I'm gonna give you 90 days.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
you gotta do sometimes is ask. People are always afraid I'm gonna say no, but you can't know what you can get unless you ask. All right, you said you laid off, so I'll give you the 90 days. 90 days from today's date, man, will be September the 7th, 2023. Now, the thing is, when I give you time like that, that doesn't mean that's the date you have to pay it all. That means you could do $5 here, $10 there, whatever configuration you want to use, as long as on September 7th, it's done. I don't care if you pay $5 at a time or whatever it takes, as long as it adds up to $225 by September the 7th.
Okay.
Now, do you know how and where to pay, ma'am?
Yes.
You're all set. You're all set. You can sign off. Good luck to you. Stay safe.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great one. You
as well. Now, Miss Nance, Attorney Nance, I do so apologize for not giving you due respect. Who did you want to talk with, Miss Montgomery?
Yes, but Mr. Manuel, he's a civil
Mejia?
infraction, so it can be handled by himself, but it's a recommendation to dismiss.
Oh, okay. Let me, what do we have here? Do I have it? Mr. Manuel, is it Mejia or Mejia?
It's Mejia, Your Honor.
Mejia, okay. All right. As I said before, I like to pronounce people's names correctly if I can. So this is not a very hard one. So, all right, Mr. State your full name, sir.
Manuel Mejia.
All right. You have ticket number P1419446, People versus Manuel, Manuel Mejia, Mejia. You have 2 charges under, nope, it says count 2 is not in the system, which means you only have civil infraction for expired plates. The people have indicated, you have proper documentation. This matter is dismissed, sir. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
And Judge, if you all can place me in a breakout room with Miss Montgomery, I can handle her matter.
Very well.
Okay, Ms. Montgomery, we're gonna put you in a breakout room. Make sure to hit *6 to unmute, so that the attorney can speak with you, okay?
And Attorney Nance,
Yes.
you have breakout privileges. You can do that. You
Oh,
can
I
place
know.
people in rooms and go. But
Sorry.
Madam Clerk has done it.
Okay, yeah, I'm aware, Judge, but since we were on the record, I didn't want to,
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're good. Okay. Such silence, deafening.
Be right back. 2 minutes. Drinking a lot of water today.
1.5.
What do I have Miss Montgomery press in order to unmute her microphone? I can't hear you all.
Okay, it's a call in, right? Yes, *6 to mute and to unmute.
Okay, thank you.
I'm back. Thank you.
You didn't use your full 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll take the last, 10 seconds?
Here.
Just so you all know, I have a little bit of an issue. She's not unmuting in the breakout room.
Okay, I'm gonna bring her back on and see if I can get her to unmute.
Okay.
Ms. Montgomery, we need you to unmute by hitting *6. Ms. Montgomery, are you there? We're trying to handle your case. We need you to hit *6 on your phone to unmute you.
She was doing it earlier. Walked away or something.
All right, we'll give it a little bit. I don't know if she walked away from the phone or.
Judge, I have to go next door, but
That's a nice picture of Janeki now.
Thanks, Judge.
I know you got. I know. I looked down after I said it. I said, "Oh, I'm speaking to her. No, I like that picture in the suit and the pearls. Look very, very, very professional there.
Janeki, the offer will be expired, please. If she does have documents, if you see them, I'll rely on you as an officer of the court. I think judge will take the dismissal because I have to run next door. Thank you.
You saying I'm supposed to trust Janeki?
I know, it's a big ass.
Oh, I know. Trust no one.
Janeki Nancy, one of the best house counsel attorneys they got.
What's that?
This is true.
What'd you say?
I'm one of the best house counsel attorneys there is.
Absolutely.
Well,
Right, there you go.
well, I may believe that, but I'm not gonna say it to your face.
You don't have to. The prosecutor tell you.
Oh.
That's right. Tell him.
Well, you know, I've known you for a long time, so yeah, you already know how I feel. So.
All right, there she goes. Miss Montgomery, you're unmuted now. Can you hear us?
Miss Montgomery. Miss Montgomery, you unmuted, so we can have a conversation now, but I need you to let me know that you're listening. Miss Montgomery, we don't want to put you off for another day, but if you don't speak up, we can't handle your case. We need you to say something. Let us know that you can hear us.
Miss Montgomery, we're going to try to remove you and then come back in using the same way you did before. Because we don't know if maybe you did something to the settings in your phone and you can't hear us or we can't hear you.
Yeah.